in the tradition of the great championship bout here at Madison Square Garden.
From the beautiful Madison Square Garden.
Decades before Las Vegas became known as the fight capital of the world, New York City held that distinction.
We're live from Madison Square Garden in New York City.
And Madison Square Garden was the Mecca.
Well over 20,000 people have gathered in Madison Square Garden. Everybody who could get in here is in.
For more than 100 years, New York socialites and fight fans alike have stepped inside the Garden to witness some of the most epic fights in history. The first two chapters of the Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier saga.
This man will be completely outclassed.
Joe Louis versus Rocky Marciano. Legendary combatants from every generation would make their mark.
And new lightweight champion of the world, Roberto Duran. From Catskill, New York, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson.
Sugar Ray Robinson, pound for pound, the greatest fighter of all time.
But those chapters have already been written. It's time to skip ahead.
What's up, New York? Oh, my God!
Mixed martial arts has taken over as the premier combat sport on the planet.
This man may be the biggest star in the world today. Alvarez poured it on. Attacked him. Big shot.
But never in the 23-year history of the Ultimate Fighting Championship has an event been held at the world-renowned Madison Square Garden. Until now.
MSG is where all the top performers perform at. All the top artists, all the top athletes.
Two-weight world champion, UFC, New York.
On November 12th, the UFC will usher in a new era in New York. The next generation. 6 of today's greatest fighters will enter the famed octagon and compete for world titles.
This is the biggest card we've ever done.
At UFC 205, these brave combatants will fight for glory, gold, fame, and fortune. They will fight for history.
Walk like a champion.
In the UFC's history, no fighter has ever been champion of 2 weight divisions at the same time. Just 11 months ago, Conor McGregor ended the decade-long unbeaten run of the great Jose Aldo and seized the featherweight belt. On November 12th, he will look to add the lightweight world title to his collection and make an indelible mark on the annals of combat sports.
I'm always looking to make history every single day, and here we are again, more history. I look forward to that, strapping the belt on the other shoulder.
Long lost, but I have found.
Training camp for UFC 205 is back in Dublin under the guidance of John Kavanagh, McGregor's first and only head coach. And though they sit together at the top of the mixed martial arts universe, attention is still paid to every minute detail. There's always room for improvement.
We kind of treat MMA sparring day as though it's like fight day. Really try to get that atmosphere. You know, you don't meet your opponent before the fight and shake hands and chat, you know, it's a fight. We walk in and they go to their corners as though it's a fight, you know, I'm like the referee in the middle. You turn down the music and it can kind of be a little bit eerily silent. Go.
This is child's play indeed. Realization of wants, hopes, and dreams. Good intentions tangled with vines, thorns, and weeds. Racing through a thicket that blinds, rakes, and bleeds.
It's trying to make the uncomfortable comfortable. So when you do come to fight day, it's not that big a shock to your system.
What Conor McGregor is attempting is unprecedented at the UFC level, but he has held 2 titles simultaneously before on the European circuit.
He is now the first Irish-born fighter in MMA history to win a world title in his hometown. Your winner by KO victory, and now a 2-division world champion, the notorious.
What would it have taken to stop you? Was it possible?
Not possible, no. I'm unstoppable.
Unstoppable in competition and unrelenting in mindset, McGregor set his sights on another, more impossible feat. 4 months later, he vacated the European featherweight and lightweight titles, signed with the UFC, and made his aspirations known.
I look to replicate it, and I said it from the bell. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get them 2 belts, take out 2 divisions, and continue doing what I'm doing.
But McGregor's pursuit for that second belt has been met with a great deal of criticism. Fighters have claimed that his presence in multiple divisions, 145, 170, and now 155, would create a logjam of contenders.
What the f are you talking about? I fight every week. I'm the most active fighter in the game, in all weight divisions, and I fight at all weight divisions. Of course I can take the 2 belts, I can defend them simultaneously.
Who was going out there, time and time again, back to back to back to back, putting it all on the line and continuing to show up?
Unbelievable! The first punch he threw slept him.
They all say I'm all talk. I look at them and say they're all talk.
What he's been able to do in such a short period of time has been nothing short of magnificent.
All I hear is complaining, bitching, moaning. You want what I got, you gotta put in the work. And as far as I'm seeing, nobody's putting in the work.
If anyone can do it, it's me.
Conor McGregor has never fought anyone like me. It'll be high paced and it'll be violent. He probably isn't gonna want to be in there after a set amount of time. He'll be thinking about wanting to be somewhere else, not inside of the cage with me.
Eddie Alvarez, 14 years into the career, is the undisputed #1 lightweight in the world.
It took just 2 years for Eddie Alvarez to become UFC champion after joining the roster in 2014.
Throw hands, in on a shot, throw hands.
He is now undoubtedly the best lightweight fighter in the world.
Nice, Eddie.
Something he's been trying to prove for more than a decade.
Any guy outside the UFC who considered himself the best, that's who I was trying to go after. And I did that for years, and I traveled the world doing that.
Nice knee, another left and right knee, and now he begins to unload. Roxy Meadows in trouble. Eddie Alvarez electrifies the crowd.
And as soon as Alvarez signed his first UFC contract, nothing changed.
From the fighting city of Philadelphia, a champion in multiple organizations.
He sought out fights with former champs and defeated them one after the other.
Oh, beautiful spinning elbow. Look at the blood now on the face of Melendez. That's nasty. Strong one by Alvarez. Alvarez exhausting the former champion.
I want the champion next. Give me the champion.
The UFC obliged, and Alvarez received a shot at then 155-pound king, Rafael Dos Anjos.
You see, Alvarez has won 4 titles outside the UFC. He's competed all over the world.
tonight, biggest challenge of his career.
Despite his outside accomplishments, Alvarez entered the fight an underdog. The prevailing notion being he hadn't yet proved himself in the big show.
Yeah, there was a lot of skeptics, a lot of people who believed, you know, I was outmatched, I was outgunned.
Oh, he's huge right hand for Alvarez. Dodajo's in trouble. Eddie Alvarez pouring it on. A beautiful uppercut, he's letting it fly.
But there was no one on earth who convinced me that I couldn't win the lightweight world championship. No one.
Herpes can step in. Eddie Alvarez is the UFC lightweight champion. This castle's still over everything.
New undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world.
But now that he's completed his day one aspirations, Alvarez, once a young kid from the streets of Philadelphia, has not changed his mindset.
The goal has always been to beat the guy in front of me. I never talked about how much money or legacy. You're not gonna see me driving around in fancy cars and buying jewelry and doing stupid like that. That's not what I'm here for. I hope I beat the out of this guy and then I go home.
Back in the 1990s, the Ultimate Fighting Championship was more spectacle than sport.
This is real, it's live, it's brutal.
There were no weight classes, and the original owners were overly aggressive in their marketing.
And again, as usual, there will be no rules.
And in 1997, Governor George Pataki signed a bill to ban so-called no-holds-barred fighting in the state of New York. Other states followed, until the UFC began to fight back.
Welcome to what is truly a justifiably historic night for Ultimate Fighting.
They moved towards government regulation. And then the floodgates opened.
Under the bright lights of Hollywood, in the state capital of Ohio, the Octagon has traveled to the fighting city of Philadelphia.
There were a lot of misconceptions about the sport when we bought the company. And our job over the last 10 years has been to crush all those misconceptions and go in and educate people.
But despite major progress, mixed martial arts was still kept out of the biggest market in the U.S.
Yes, it's being done elsewhere in other venues. That doesn't mean we have to do it in New York.
The bottom line is this: the most powerful politician in this state is keeping us out of New York.
For 6 straight years, New York State Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver kept the MMA bill from hitting the floor for a vote. In 2015, he was found guilty on 7 federal charges of corruption. And on April 14, 2016, finally, Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a bill legalizing MMA in the state of New York.
It's great for the sport, it's great for the state. We're gonna do it right, we're gonna do it well. That's how we do things here in New York. Thank you.
It's been a long time coming. To finally be here and to know that I'm gonna be able to fight here is an amazing feeling.
I think any athlete would want to fight in Madison Square Garden. There's so much history here that it's a real honor to be included in that history.
On September 27th, the UFC held its first press conference at Madison Square Garden to announce November's main event between Conor McGregor and Eddie Alvarez. It was time for round 1.
I feel Eddie, I've nothing against. Careful, be careful. I've nothing against Edward. Oh, whoa, careful. What you gonna do? Oh, whoa. You gonna do something over there? Be careful. Shut your out.
He just has a belt. That's it. He just got lucky. He happens to be the one holding that strap.
I won this whole. And Mystic Mac predicts I'm gonna KO you inside 1 round.
It's hard for me to look a man in the face and have him tell me he's gonna knock me out and even have an ounce of belief in that.
What did you think
Take
about
them stupid-ass glasses off. Yeah, make me. Make me. Make me. Make me. Thank you, you took them off.
Usually when I'm in a stare down with another fighter, another guy, my heart rate goes up, I feel something. I never felt less threatened in my career than when I faced off with Conor.
Give him the little boy belt. Give him that little boy belt. Give him that little boy belt.
Whatever, in reality, he's the smaller man. Smaller reach, smaller height. My fist is bigger than his head. So he can say whatever he wants about the little boy belt. But it's the big boy bank that I have.
It's like a jab, it's like a touch.
Opponents must be studied, dissected. Detail is key to success in any fight, but at this level, it is a necessity.
I think he loves this right here. Loves that thing. Does that a lot, too. You follow what I'm saying?
Just ask Mark Henry.
Especially this.
The head trainer of former champion Frankie Edgar.
Bring your head in one way and then change your head on a different angle. That's all you have to do.
Who has recently taken Eddie Alvarez under his wing.
Don't wait in front after you're done throwing.
Henry has coached in historic fights against legends. Men like Jose Aldo and BJ Penn.
Damn, yeah, that's it. That's what I want right there. Everyone.
And ahead of UFC 205, he thinks it's a bit too soon to put McGregor in that category.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, keep it loose. Yeah, people talk about Conor and his greatness. I really don't see it.
Honestly, could care less about Conor, you know. In fact, I think we have 4 guys that could beat Conor. It's not even worth, even thinking about it because he's just a clown.
McGregor's pride is no doubt one of his strongest qualities, and he was astonished by Henry's brazen and very public disrespect.
He just kept opening his mouth. You know what I mean? He just kept opening his mouth. It's like, who the is this fat bitch? Does he fight? Does he want to fight? Because if you're talking like that, you better be ready to fight.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm with Mark Henry now, and since I've been with Mark, I've been growing a bunch.
He's a double jab right hand pad man. That's all he is. Double jab right hand. He's nothing. These people are novices where we come from. You know what I mean? Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners.
Relax, yeah.
They're focusing on me. I'm focusing on history.
UFC 205 is almost upon us. At New York City's famed Madison Square Garden, the lightweight and featherweight champions will clash in a bout for the ages. And for Conor McGregor, it is a chance to transform ambition into reality.
There's 2 sides to every story, but I don't know how this one is.
We're gonna get some historic images, and I'm looking forward to strapping the belt on the other shoulder.
You want fire and you want glory, but there's a struggle that lies within.
A very strong argument that he is as special as he says he is.
Eddie Alvarez has finally validated his career, becoming the sport's greatest lightweight fighter. But McGregor's fan base has been quick to disparage his accomplishments, and Alvarez must prove his worth again, perhaps now more than ever.
I got a text from the guy from One Direction telling me, God bless you, as if this guy knows anything about fighting. That's what I'm dealing with. They're the kind of fans I'm dealing with, his fans. I'm super excited about upsetting every single one of them.
Whose side are you on?
Don't bring your dog out of me! You can say all you want. It's gonna sell tickets, you're gonna make a lot of money. But at the end of the day, when you come up against a dog who's willing to die in there, you're gonna lose.
You've got to be bigger, taller. You've got to have weight. That's the only way you're going to give me a war. If you're anyway same height, same weight, same reach, you're dead. You're not going to last.
Oh, he's hurt! That's it!
My fist is just going to break his whole face, and that's it.
Whose side are you on?
Surprise, surprise! The king is back!
One of those shots are gonna dig into that soft, sweet spot into the temple, and that's all she wrote. 2-weight world champion. UFC history. I run New York.
The illusion of greatness will soon be over. There is no Santa Claus. He don't exist and he never did.
Whose side are you on?
You know what? Oh, of course, when I lay down at night and I'm sleeping, man, or I'm just sitting there on the couch, I do picture myself with my hand raised that night, and that's how I see it. Can't see it any other way. This is the fight where I step out there and prove to the world that I should be the welterweight champion.
Stephen Thompson finds himself peering onto the horizon, and the UFC welterweight title is finally in his sights. Perhaps no one could be more prepared to take those final steps as his pro fighting career began more than 18 years ago in the world of kickboxing.
Does he have a vulnerable point? Oh, this is going to be over. This is over. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was spectacular.
My kickboxing record altogether, I was 57-0. I was 5-time world champion. I bring a little something different to the game and gives me all the confidence in the world to go out there and face against these high-level opponents.
Thompson's dominance on the kickboxing circuit continued straight into MMA and the UFC.
Really, I've never even heard of anybody entering the UFC with such an amazing record.
To some, he's made his entire fighting career look easy, but make no mistake, Wonder Boy is a unique talent, nearly unrivaled.
And this is what we expected from this young man, and this is what he delivered. Wow.
The hype is real, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my, just like that.
Earlier this year, Thompson put together back-to-back career wins against former welterweight champion Johnny Hendricks.
He's hurt. This is it. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson by first round TKO.
And #1 contender, Rory McDonald.
Oh, Rory's hurt. Rory is hurt.
And let the world know what was next.
Title belt, baby! Title belt! New York.
Earning a UFC title shot is far from a given in this sport. Most will never even come close. For those deserving enough to secure one, like Stephen Thompson, it could take a lifetime. His UFC 205 opponent, the welterweight champion, would probably be the first man to agree. And now that he holds the world title, the champ's focus has shifted towards never letting go.
Every training camp is always a theme, and this theme just feels like, why not me? And I'm talking about the legends, I'm talking about Ali, I'm talking about Tyson, and I'm talking about all the greats. Why not me? Why can't I be a legend? Why can't I be great? If not me, then who? You know, somebody's gonna be great, somebody's gonna be a legend. Why sit back and watch somebody else do it when you're in position to do it yourself?
Powerful, powerful individual. Oh! And that is what we were talking about. We're talking about the power of Tyron Woodley.
Though he boasted an impressive NCAA wrestling career, Tyron Woodley pulverized his path to the welterweight title.
Oh my goodness, unbelievable.
And though several opponents woke up staring at the lights,
big swing by Woodley.
Woodley found himself the underdog leading into July's title bout.
The chosen one, Tyron Woodley!
The favorite was champion Robbie Lawler. Woodley's friend and teammate, who had looked unbreakable during a string of 3 Fight of the Year candidates. Wonderboy, who looked poised to be next in line, was asked to express his thoughts on the upcoming fight.
I would rather fight Robbie Lawler, and I think Robbie Lawler's going to win it. Would love to fight him. Hopefully in New York City would be a good place to do that.
Tyron Woodley took exception.
Everybody has counted me out in this fight. You know, you got Wonder Woman already talking about he think a matchup with him and Robbie is great. What's going to happen is I'm going to win this fight. Wonder Boy get an opportunity to fight Robbie, as he won it, right? He'll get that in a non-title fight.
All right, gentlemen, we've been through the rules of the locker room. I want you to obey my commands the whole time. I want you to take yourselves the whole time. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Press the left bullshit.
At the end of the day, I stayed focused, kept my eyes on the prize, and I wouldn't be denied. I said it a long time ago. I said you can delay, but you can't deny. I will be the UFC champion.
Oh, he tagged him. Big shot. Tyron Woodley is the new UFC welterweight champion of the world. Wow.
Woodley hadn't even hit the showers before speculation about his first title defense began. But make no mistake, the champ was not quick to forget what was said before the fight.
What are the chances that we get it on in November, my friend?
Well, this is what I think. You know, I think that you say you want to fight Robbie Lawler, and you'll get an opportunity to fight Robbie Lawler. He didn't just say, hey, I think Robbie's gonna win. He said, I would prefer to fight Robbie. I took it as disrespect. I'm the world champion. I put in the 10 years in this game.
Robbie's his friend. He just did that to his friend. What's he gonna do to his enemy?
Good. Loosen up, start from righty.
This dude's not my friend. He's not my teammate. And he feels extremely entitled. Now all I gotta do is I gotta press a button that brings that part of me out.
Beautiful.
Stephen Thompson is gonna have to remember Tyron Woodley's name for a long time.
In this sport, it's rare when the champion is the underdog leading into a defense of his title. But so is the case for Tyron Woodley, once again.
Tyron Woodley is the new UFC welterweight champion.
Going into the fight with Robbie, I was definitely the underdog. And I'm the underdog as a champion, so Vegas is gonna lose a lot of money when they're dealing with me. You don't fight fights on paper. I really believe that even after I beat Wonder Boy, and I will be Wonder Boy, I'm still gonna have doubters. And even after I beat the next guy, whoever that might be, I'm still gonna have doubters. I might have doubters until I retire. But the thing is, I'll be undeniably one of the best welterweights, if not the best welterweight that ever graced the octagon, and that's my goal.
In preparation for UFC 205, Stephen Thompson has been training under head coach Ray Longo.
All right, so we're getting started now. Let's go. 10 minutes. Let's go. A lot of movement, fakes, keep it moving.
And alongside former UFC middleweight champion Chris Weidman at his adopted home on Long Island. The fact that Wonder Boy is a betting favorite against Tyron Woodley does not come as a surprise to the team.
On the bag. 4 for 4. No more than 6, no less than 4. Back and forth.
What makes, Wonder Boy different is it's hard to prepare for him.
Let's go.
If he was gonna draw comparisons between Wonder Boy and like Rory McDonald or Wonder Boy and Carlos Condit or Robbie Lawler, there's just really no comparisons. He is just so fast, his in and out movement, trying to gauge the distance and his speed on his punches and kicks.
I think he's thinking about that constantly, and I know he's gonna find guys that probably can do the best they can to simulate me, but it's just not me. And I think he's worried about that. Who is he gonna get? I have no idea.
Aye.
Wonder Boy may be supremely confident in his style, but Tyron Woodley is not leaving this fight to chance. Since January 2015, the Chosen One has been training under Duke Roufus. Known by UFC fans as the head coach of former champion Anthony Pettis. But Roufus was a pro kickboxer himself for nearly 20 years, winning multiple world titles along the way.
Well, what I enjoy about the elbow and knee, first time you've ever been hit by one of them, it's not a good feeling. I like testing your opponent's mentality. Is he here? Oh, he don't like that? Then keep doing it. If you understand where to be and where not to be and what's advantageous for Steven, that style has some holes in it. We're always hunting for that finish.
And if you get around a coach that has a mindset and a philosophy to beat this style, then now all I need is training partners.
Super Sage Northcutt. At just 20 years old, this UFC standout represents a new generation in mixed martial arts.
Look at that speed! Well done!
Let's box.
I come from a sport karate background, so since I was about 4.5 years old, I've been training sport karate, traveling worldwide tournaments since I was a little kid.
I think Sage just is a more explosive version of Wonder Boy. This kid's 20 years old.
There you go, good.
He's young, he's hungry, he's athletic, he's strong, and he understands how Wonder Boy fights. I'm the best welterweight in the world, and now to stay here, I gotta go the extra mile, so I like to bring those young cats in here to remind me of what it took to get here.
The UFC World Welterweight Championship is on the horizon, finally. For Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, this fight is about sealing a nearly flawless career by earning the greatest prize in combat sports.
I'm not taking this guy lightly. If I'm the favorite or not, you know, he's the champion for a reason. He knocked out Robbie Lawler in the first round, so I know he's got the power to put me to sleep. I'm not gonna stand there in front of him for him to hit me like that. I'm gonna be gone, you know? Be hitting and moving, sliding out of the way, countering. I'm just gonna go out there and have fun, man. That's all I can do.
Tyron Woodley has his mind set on becoming a legend in mixed martial arts. And at Madison Square Garden, he will have a chance to take that next step.
November 12th, man, you're gonna see the Chosen One completely steal the stage. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna put the craziest performance on ever.
Everybody go like they're losing the match. They're losing the fight. Everybody. Nobody playing it safe.
I'm gonna make him hate being in the octagon.
Stay in your head. You gotta work for it.
I say exactly what I mean what I say. I don't pump it up for you guys at home. The referee better stay really close because I'm not gonna stop.
Let's go with it.
10 years ago, I said to my brother-in-law that I'm going to be very special. And here I am. I became a UFC champion.
You want to talk about a woman who just does everything picture perfect inside the octagon. Her timing, her distance, and her finishing ability, second to none.
I was born to be a fighter, and I was born to be a champion.
Nobody gonna take this belt from me.
Joanna Jedrzejczyk, the only undefeated champion in the UFC.
Oh, beautiful uppercut!
A masterful Polish striker.
Complete, total domination.
Whose sublime display of punches and kicks.
Again and again and again and still, and I'm gonna be a champion for a while.
Have created a standard for excellence in all weight divisions, both male and female. They say it is harder to stay on top than to get there. And though she's already defended her title 3 times, the champ is dedicated to making adjustments, no matter how large or small. Ahead of UFC 205, Jedrzejczyk has relocated from Olsztyn, Poland to South Florida's world-renowned American Top Team, which has developed a number of UFC world champions. Former WEC featherweight champion Mike Brown has assumed the role of head coach for their newest member.
Ready? Go on live, go. Joanna is really kind of a coach's dream. We can learn from her, and she can learn from us.
My goal and my dream is to stay undefeated, and I want to retire as an undefeated champion.
Take down, full sequence. Take down, pass guard, submit.
If I'm not gonna push myself, I will not reach my goals. So I challenge myself every day, and I'm going to be a different fighter.
Enhancing her fighting prowess has never been so crucial. Because on November 12th, Joanna Jedrzejczyk may finally meet her equal.
Jest to coś niesamowitego, że dwie Polki będą walczyły o pas Federacji UFC na największej gali na świecie, na takiej pierwszej historycznej gali w Nowym Jorku na Madison Square Garden. This is something big for Polish MMA, and this is really great.
While Jedrzejczyk seeks advancement overseas, Karolina Kowalkiewicz prepares for UFC 205 in their common homeland. She is now challenger to the strawweight world title, and just like the champion, has never lost in the sport. When the two clash on November 12th, it will be just the 6th time the two undefeated fighters have faced off for a UFC belt. And for Karolina's head coach, a chance to put his most prized pupil on the map.
Polish people are so tough, so we're born to fight. It's a great moment for Karolina to be becoming a superstar.
Being from the same home country, Kowalkiewicz and her head coach have paid close attention to the champion's meteoric ascension.
Cofnąć nogę, jego dupy jest spierdolone to. Jak chcesz kurwa zrobić? Jak on wejdzie ci, hop, chodzisz łokciem, wchodzi, to już jesteś na ziemi. Pierwsze co masz zrobić, to jak on wchodzi w te nogi, hop.
When I was a beginner fighter, she was a big star in Muay Thai, and she was my idol. But now I am a different fighter, and I want her belt. My belt.
Kowalkiewicz seeks to become the 3rd strawweight champion in UFC history. But she's already captured titles in Poland's top mixed martial arts promotion. In just her 3rd professional fight, she earned the flyweight belt, and over the next 2 years continued to dominate on the local circuit, until the public began to play matchmaker.
She was fighting, I was fighting, and people wanted us to prove who is the best in Poland, but I'm the best in the world, not just in Poland.
Jedrzejczyk, the UFC champion, took the public's mere speculation as an affront to what she had accomplished. She phoned UFC President Dana White and presented a proposal.
She says, I want you to get this bitch in the UFC. And I'm gonna prove to everybody in Poland who the baddest 115-pounder in the world is.
She may weigh 115 pounds, but the champion, Joanna Jedrzejczyk, has the ability to intimidate foes as if she were a heavyweight.
Anytime when UFC announced my fight, I'm turning on beast mode on, you know?
Why are you smiling?
I'm gonna take this smile out on Saturday. You're gonna see it. You ready?
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
I don't think so. Look at this. For the last time in your life. Sayonara. Those people want to take my dreams and my goals away from me, but I cannot let them do this.
At UFC 205, Jedrzejczyk will have to fend off another determined challenger in order to keep her undefeated record and her belt. Just like the champion, Karolina Kowalkiewicz is a Polish mixed martial arts sensation.
Kowalkiewicz continuing to throw hands in the pocket.
But ahead of the first UFC event at Madison Square Garden and her first title shot, she is just now beginning to receive mainstream exposure.
Obserwujący?
Nie jest to ważne, ale mam nadzieję,
Powiedz mi, co jutro będziesz w Workomedzie?
65 000.
Ja wiem. Karolina nie chce.
Still, I can't believe this, that I fight in New York. My dreams come true. I am a simple girl from Poland, and I hope after this fight, people remember my name.
But fans should not be fooled by Karolina's sweet exterior. When she steps inside the UFC octagon, she can be rather salty.
Oh, big shot.
This is crazy. It's a normal girl, but referee closed the cage. There we go.
And Kowalkiewicz right back to work. And more combinations.
When I fight, something changed. I don't know why, I don't know how, but something changed.
These are nasty elbows and knees in the clinch.
And I like it very much.
Oh!
Kowalkiewicz doing a great job here trying to take over this fight with her Muay Thai.
In the most significant fight in Polish MMA history, the upcoming UFC strawweight title bout pits the best of a nation against each other in a battle to be undisputed world champion.
Nobody gonna take this belt from me. People wanted us to prove who is the best in Poland. I fought with the best strawweight fighters in the UFC. She has not.
I respect her, but I won't smash her face.
Oh Lord, honey, won't you give me a sign?
I wish I was calm enough before a fight to wink at the camera.
And still forever and ever, Karolina. The thing with Karolina is that I'm giving her a big chance, and she should be happy and thankful for that, because after the fight, she's not going to be happy anymore.
UFC 205 is nearly here. On November 12th, legions of mixed martial arts fans will enter New York's Madison Square Garden, and millions more will watch at home. For the 6 fighters at the top of the card, they will compete for UFC world titles, and they will fight for history.
It's so surreal to be fighting at the very first show at Madison Square Garden in New York City.
There we go.
Madison Square Garden will host 3 world title fights.
They want the strap. They ain't getting it done.
Madison Square Garden has a rich history in combat sport. I'm looking forward to starting a new chapter of it, because Madison Square Garden hasn't seen this way of fighting.
Conor's movement is so brilliant.
It'll break every record there is to break, and I'm happy to be a part of it.